ELI 5. Why did bombers drop their bombs all at once? Watching documentaries on World War II and seeing the bombers drop their entire payload in such a tight formation, it just seems like that's a huge waste. Wouldn't the bombs have been much more effective if they were dropped slightly farther apart from each other? Did they somehow end up spreading out much further than I imagine? Bombing in World War II was notoriously imprecise. So the only way to hit something was to target a bunch of bombs at the same general location. If you spread them out too far, then you might have more damage, but you aren't destroying anything worthwhile, so what's the point? Also, you want to destroy the whole facility, not just punch one hole in the roof and explode a bomb on the ground. Some factories are huge, but a lot of conventional explosives aren't that big of a total destruction radius. Example, if a hand grenade blows up in your house, for example, it will maybe blow out all the windows from air pressure/shockwaves, but the structural damage it causes will be pretty localized to one room, and even that may be light enough to be easily reparable. Some plywood and wood screws, and the house would be technically usable again. If you want to destroy the entire house, make it so that it would take a year or more to replace. That's going to take a bit more destructive force that's spread around a little bit. Ideally, a bombing run of the era would hit the same large building several times. It's also not necessarily completely about destruction of the building. Crippling the building can be aided by crippling the infrastructure around it. We've bombed runways just to make the runway itself unusable. Can't launch fighters if the runway now looks like a long string of cratered rubble. One crater could be dozed over and repaved in a day, dozens, and it becomes a bit more difficult. Bombing has changed a lot over the decades. Efficacy of explosives and missile guidance has gone way up in terms of military force. Electronically controlled missiles that go down the chimney and do cause the most of the building to collapse and or functionally destroy all the internal equipment are a few decades old.